Hello my gorgeous people, it's Grace here, Bikeadonia. I am super excited today because today is my first day back on the enduro bike after I messed up my knee in Cambodia. So the story with the knee is apparently I partially tore a ligament. Not completely, but enough to keep me out of action on the dirt bike for 2 months. Now, it's been healing steadily, just slowly. The slowly is frustrating, but steadily is good. So now I can mostly bend it. I can bend it up to about here, which is not so bad. It's not as good as this, but you know, it'll do for the moment. It's not as strong as it was either. It's not back to 100% yet. So I'm gonna have to take it easy. I'm gonna have just a gentle little ride through the hills and get myself back into the swing of things. But I am super excited to be back out on the dirt bike. I've missed it. I've missed it so much.
First stop is at the gas station to fuel both bikes and body. 2 kinds of curry and some kind of vegetable noodle situation. It's cheap, delicious, and ready to go. The meeting spot is at the entrance to a temple which backs onto the wilderness. It's Sunday and everyone else is here to practice their trial skill. Here's Michelle, our coach, and beautiful trials bikes everywhere. And then there's my KLX230. These are all 300cc 2-stroke trials bikes and they weigh virtually nothing, so my KLX is well outgunned, but I'm happy just to be out on the mountain. Okay, so half an hour back on the bike. You can see the bike has decided it's time to take a rest, so I'm following suit. It's so nice to be out doing stupid things in the jungle again. I have to admit that my right knee is not quite up to 100% yet. I do have to be a bit careful, especially when I stick my foot out on the right side to save it. I really probably shouldn't be doing that. So I felt the odd twinge. I do need to take it a bit easy. But it's so nice to be just out in the jungle again. I can hear there's a little sprinkle of rain sort of rolling in over the hills. I can hear it hitting the leaves around me, and everything just smells fresh and wonderful. It's just me and the sound of the insects, and far away in the distance, the sound of 2-stroke trials bikes. Now, I do apologize that the audio was a bit out of sync there. I do need to get a new phone, but that is a task for another day. For now, I am cooling off before I finish the rest of this rocky section. So I'm getting up nearer the top of the mountain and it's getting wetter and wetter. You can tell that the mountain tops get more rainfall than we're getting in the valley at the moment. And the single track, it's getting a little bit slippery. So I'm not sure how much further I'm going to go without any backup. But it's beautiful up here. I might just sit for a bit and enjoy. Here we are in the jungle, and I think this is as far as I go up this trail today. As you can see, we are starting to get into slippery red clay here, and that hill is steeper than it looks. So I'm thinking this is probably not a situation I should get myself into with an injured knee and no one to help me. So I'm going to be prudent for once and come back another day with a friend. I'm not tired at this stage, but I'm beginning to realize that my knee is not enjoying this as much as the rest of me. So it's time to head back down, back past these surprised hikers who I passed on my way up, and rejoin the guys with their trials bikes. Going down is way easier than coming up was, and so I don't have to pick the bike up again today. I just pull in the clutch and roll back down that mountain. And here are my friends, making like mountain goats in the forest. I have massive respect for the skills that these trials riders have been developing over the years. They really show through when you go riding hard enduro. And when my knee is 100% again, I fully intend to be out here practicing as well. In the meantime, I reckon I can get back to doing my static balance drills. Just balancing on the bike with both feet up and the engine off is actually really difficult. But balance is foundational to most of the hard enduro maneuvers that I want to be able to pull off, so I'd better put in the hard yards. I am so lucky to have access to this community and their skills and expertise. Trials riding is kind of a niche sport, and if you want to try it out, it can be really difficult to find someone to teach you and find a bike to learn on. Which is why I've decided to integrate a trials experience into our tour business. So now, if people want to try out trials, they can hire a trials bike and a coach, and we'll introduce them to this very cool sport. So, HiVolt Moto Tours has pretty much all the bases covered. We do road tours, we do off road tours, we do hard enduro, and now we do trials as well. I have a new trials customer signed up for Wednesday. It's his first time on a trials bike, and I am so excited to see this business coming to fruition. And that's what I've been doing while I've been off the enduro bike for the last 2 months with my knee injury. I was able to run an on-road tour with the CBR, but most of it has been setting up tours for the upcoming riding season, which is November through to February. The reason that's the riding season is just because the weather is perfect at that time of year. So it's sunny, it's cool at night, and it's not raining. We have some super cool people coming to Thailand to join us in the jungle and have some fun. Okay, now this is next day Grace, and next day Grace is very, very sore. After 2 months off the bike, all those muscles have gotten soft, which just tells me that I need to do this more often. The knee is a little bit inflamed, so I can't get back into it too hardcore. I'm going to have to take it easy, but onwards and upwards.